Good afternoon, everyone. I am LL, and you're watching NFT Tuesday, episode number 4. And once again, we got ourselves a pretty exciting week ahead of us. We have a lot of releases happening across multiple different blockchains, and more chains are coming to the whole NFT movement and starting to do their own projects like Filecoin, Elrond, etc. So that means that there's going to be a lot more investment opportunities on these new chains, and especially the first launches tend to be the most valuable on each chain. But let's get started with our list, which consists of coupled sponsored spots, and also I have handpicked out some very excellent projects which I think possibly will be doing well as an investment for short and long term. Also, as a reminder, I am building my own website called the NFT Citadel, which will be working as a sale hub where you can view each blockchain and see what type of sales are going to be happening in the future in terms of NFTs for those chains, giving you a one website hub to basically find your information from. But let's get started with our actually giveaway. We have the Cardano waifus, which I plugged in a couple of times in the channel, and I will be giving out an S tier card today. For a one lucky winner. The estimated value of that is around 200 to 300 Cardano ADA basically. And what you need to do is, one, like this video, and secondly, leave your Cardano address down below and you will be added to the raffle to basically win your own S tier card for Cardano waifus. And that has to be the Shelly format, which starts with address 1, blah, 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 blah. Not the old formats. Don't give exchange accounts because that's when the NFT will be basically lost. But good luck for everybody. And our first sponsored spot goes into Drunken Dragon Games. And for the full disclosure, I did invest into this game before this sponsorship. So I'm actually a holder of a couple of their NFTs. And they are basically building out two different games. One is going to be this sort of a fantasy tavern management game with collectible furniture, which you can still, by the way, buy right now. There's these 3 packs that you can basically get right now until they are running out. So they have 3 tiers of these, and the first 2 have sold out. And here's a bit of a screenshot of the tavern and where you can assemble your own items inside, which are FTs. Pixel tiles, and they have a pretty interesting system that you can actually choose them as your delegator, and every month, as long as you have more than 500 ADA staked, you will be getting one of these tiles and also entering for a raffle. And I actually own a couple of these Grandmaster Adventurers, which was like this sort of exclusive sale. And then there are these more like a normal characters also in the sale on CNFT. And they have this, as I said, the Cardano D&D pool. And basically how this works is on every 1st and the 15th of the month, delegators are rewarded with 1 pixel tile, which automatically will be based on the raffle system. If you delegated more than 500 ADA, you are guaranteed to at least get an uncommon rarity pixel tile. So you will be getting free NFTs by being their delegate. So that is a pretty nice reward here, and that could be a nice introduction into the Drunken Dragon community. All the information regarding this can be found down below. I recommend you take a more deeper look into their project roadmap, what they are basically building out in the future. I will be definitely revisiting this project in the future on the channel as well. Our next sponsored spot goes into Pixel Primates, which is going to be releasing on Ethereum in 2 days, 2 hours, 3 minutes as a recording. So that's probably around 2 days when this video comes out. And they have also pretty exciting project here, 9,000 randomly generated primates. And there's different varieties like the monkeys, orangutans, gorillas. And also they are going to be introducing upgrading mechanisms. So not just having that original NFT that you're going to be buying, perhaps you have the ability to basically upgrade them, the NFT, to make them more unique. and then there will be a training system built, their base stats and rarities. So it's kind of working like an RPG of sorts. And then there is going to be a full game using pixel primates as NFTs inside the game. In case they're going to get 100% minted. There's only 9,000 of them. And the price of the NFT is 0.02. And it will scale up to 0.75, meaning that it starts out low and then it starts to go up higher as more are being minted. I think it's pretty positive to expect, and especially now that Ethereum has kind of crashed in price, that they will be selling out. And they have obviously done other promotions through other portways. But you can get more into reading about their roadmap, the classes, the Q&A in the description down below. So make sure you're going to be taking a look at the Pixel Primates. And thanks for obviously sponsoring this video. But let's now get into some of the other sales that are going on, which I have picked out personally. So we have crypto doggies, and this was something that launched back in, I want to say in April or something. Back then, NFTs wasn't too hot. They were sold on a tiered construction. I probably bought them at 30 ADA. That back then, ADA was probably under $1 or $1. And now I basically sold them at $100 at the current valuation. So these have become very popular. They recently did this sort of a more of a next sale, because there was such a low supply of these dogs available on the market. Now, on September 8th, they are going to be, or is it 9th actually, I have to really check this out. So on September 8th, they are going to be dropping Season 2, which are going to be different types of doggies. I think this is from Season 2, could be wrong about that. And basically, this will, I don't know, we don't know the price yet, but I think they're going to be selling out. This is one of the more popular series in the Cardano blockchain, and I think the art is pretty amazing at the same time. They have given out money for, also in charity, if I remember right, so, this is, yeah, what I'm trying to say is it's going to be probably selling out pretty fast, so make sure you're going to be looking at their social media when the exact date is going to be for the sale and what is going to be the price. We're probably estimating 30, 40 ADA, unless they're going to be doing a tiered structure again, and then you want to really buy in the beginning. But even if you buy late, I think you're going to be getting a positive price on your investment. But let's move on. We have Husky. And this is a project or a meme coin on Avalanche, and they are going to be launching this sort of a 3D collection, and these look very beautiful. These sort of doggies, and there's like a wrapping on different one of them. We don't have an exact date on them when they are going to be launching. Avalanche is still very new NFT chain, sort of, and I think it's going to be one of those new chains that people are going to be following a lot more. I think there's a bit of a lack for a good marketplace still in their ecosystem, but I'm very excited about this for the overall, that this could be a very, very good project. And obviously they have already a token behind them which has users, and well, the price is what it is. Obviously everything's dumping right now, but what I'm trying to say is you already have a community behind it, which means that these are potential NFTs that have already a big buyer base ready there to basically start investing. So these could be also selling out really, really fast. But moving on, we have Elrond project, which I hinted about earlier, and Elrond punks are probably going to be the very first Elrond project. When it's going to be launching, who else knows? I don't know. I mean, last tweet was in August 24th. They have some type of website coming out. I don't know when, but this seemingly seems to be the very first Elrond NFT project, although it's kind of copycat. I don't like these types of projects in general, but because it's the first one, it might be doing pretty well down the line. And then we are going to be jumping into Solana's sales. The first one is called S-Owls or Souls, however your S-Owls, I don't know how to pronounce that. But this is going to be on Solana, as I said, 4,200 only. And there's going to be a price of 3 SOL per each. And I think that's fair. Well, it's kind of high, to be honest. But then again, the supply is, you know, kind of smaller. But then again, like, something you always have to ask these developers. A lot of these valuations for these NFT sales is in millions. Some of these sales are making, just the initial sale is making them 5 millions, and some of them obviously have commissions from the second markets. You have to really sometimes push the developers to demand more stuff for millions. With a million, you can do a lot of integrations, a lot of listings, a lot of other media, other art. It's like a lot of money for just like a generative art that you have done. Like, the artist is not going to be costing that much, or setting out a simple website. But basically, listings on Solana art and SoulSea, and there's going to be a breeding system. So a lot of the times I get asked, like, what are the good indicators for a good NFT set? And I always kind of like say that it's about tokenomics a bit. Is the price good? The unit price? Is there a low supply? Is the art good? That is very important. But breeding mechanisms and dividends are very important too, given the fact that if I buy 2 owls, that means that I might have a chance to breed the second generation. So you can basically, it's sort of a staking system in a way, where you can produce more owls, and this allows you to basically sell more. So buying one NFT can make you a lot more. But I'm still a bit skeptical about the price here, 3 Sol, especially because it's not been dropping today, at least, not much. So yeah, it's a bit costly price to get in, but it's still, I think, something to consider, however, because of the Gen 2 breeding systems, which can be very profitable down the line. Then we have another project called Flunk Donkey Community College, and there's this pretty cool looking donkey art here, and you have like a campus theme. Reminds me a bit of the Degenerate Ape Academy, which is obviously the biggest Solana set right now. And there's going to be 10,000 of these, and these are going to be sold at, I think it was 3 Sol per each. Yes. The art is a bit more detailed than the owls, and also airdrops are one other mechanism which keeps value for your NFTs. With, for example, with Space Punk's been a good indicator, where I bought a lot of low mint NFTs, and now because there's an airdrop announced on the 10th, now people are buying these NFTs from my hands because there's demand for the airdrop. And so basically, having holder drops is going to be good. Building your own NFT marketplace, also good. But obviously, you want to have Solana art, SoulSea listings. So, I mean, 10,000 with 3 Sol is like, I don't know, 5 million valuation or something. Or was it 1.8 million? 1.64 million or something like. I don't remember the math right now. But it's a lot of money. And you have to expect that with that money, you can do a lot more than just do your own marketplace, which is obviously based on already done things. So one of the problems with these Solana sales have been really the overvaluation of projects versus what is going to be actually delivered to the people. So that's something you want to really consider when participating. But let's now get into the Ethereum sales. So one of the things we have here first, which I'm very bullish on. So you have a lot of Ethereum sales. You have like 10 per day or something. But once in a full moon, you're going to have that one project, whatever it's Onis or, the apes or the punks, which are going to be doing phenomenally. And I think the Mars Cat Voyage is that set. The art is very high quality. The cats look amazing. All of these in the down row, I could like buy. These look very cool. And this is just like that top tier art. I think the cats will have a very great appeal to people. And there's a pretty decent roadmap here as well, which goes into they having their own tokens called the MCV. And then there's going to be, I think there was, so percentage of the secondary sales will be received for a community pool. So that means that you are going to be having a DAO allowing you to have like, okay, we're going to allocate this much money to marketing. Okay, we are going to be buying an integration on this game, yada, yada, yada. So that just allows you to do a lot of stuff. And that's how you really start to build up your community a lot more when there's actually funds to use that. Obviously, from the initial funds, you can do stuff. So there's merchandise, there's the token, Yummy, so I presume airdrop, and liquidity pools. So this one has a bit more deeper style here because it goes into not just the NFTs themselves, but having a tied token into them. All cats at 0.05 ETH. That is cheap. That is cheap for this level of art. Okay, not to say, I mean, there are a lot of Ethereum projects which are overly priced, but given the recent drop today, I think this is cheap. I would be very happy to cheap mint 10 in the very beginning. I think there's a pre-sale happening on the 10th. We don't have the actual release here date when it's going to be happening, but hey, follow them on Twitter, Discord, whatever. And this is definitely killer project. It's the same price as Space Punks, which have a floor of 0.25, and a lot of NFTs are selling over 3-5 Ethereum. So this is the next Space Punks, just saying. Then we have a 3D project called Ragdolls, and this looks good, okay. But once again, that's kind of why I chose it. It's pretty expensive. 0.9, was it 0.1 Ethereum? Almost. 0.09 Ethereum for each, and there's not a roadmap here, or proper roadmap. Well, okay, launch, community, charity, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, there's a Metaverse. So if they manage to do the Metaverse, maybe integrating the sandbox or something else, it could be very big. There's a lot of undervalued 3D assets in this NFT space because 3D assets are something you can just integrate into a game pretty easily. And that is very valuable integration that can be valued at very, very high sum, which inherently increases the value of your NFTs. And I think these 3D assets are a bit overlooked as of right now, in my opinion. Too much focus on 2D art and pixel art. And granted, there are a lot of pixel-based games, but how you exactly are going to be putting pixel avatars in them is another question. But Ragdolls, definitely something that, if they manage to do any integrations, could be a very big thing. Another one called Holy Cow. I just like the art here. It's very cartoony, very clean, nice ideas, simple ideas, reasonable price. And roadmap here, you have, well, it is what it is, okay? Future collaborations, incentives beyond the ecosystem, premium perks, does that mean airdrops? We don't know. And additional airdrop jug of milk, yeah, so I forgot that one. So another airdrop given out to all people, and here it says, may be extremely valuable, okay, that's interesting. And yeah, so going a bit down into that rabbit hole of the airdrops for your NFTs is important because in the beginning, there's a lot of people who are going to be dumping on the floor in OpenSea. But once those people have dumped out, the airdrops are always done like maybe weeks after the launch or something. And then the markets are normalized and you can probably get a decent amount of money from your airdrop, as I have on some of these other projects that I participated on, and probably going to be running some math on or writing an article on my new website. But that's something always to look into. That's a great incentive to buy sometimes, paying the gas fee, and then you get an extra NFT, which you can sell, which can, even if you sell your first NFT on a minus 20% loss, because you have a new NFT, that might give you a 50% extra, top of the things that you already got. So that's the way I look at these things. Then we have a pretty cool 3D project, which are going to be having their own game. And these are a global team based in Korea, US, and Germany, which makes me believe that the team might be in Korea. These are very, very high quality art here, and very interesting looking ones. Designs here, totally unique and there's nothing really like this on the market right now. Holder airdrops, merchandise, Metaverse, an actual game launch, a lot of very, very good things. The price for a 3D asset, not too bad, kind of high, not gonna lie. And when I say high, it's relative to the other Ethereum sales. Okay, the average is around 0.07, I would say, or 0.06. But this is something you definitely also want to look into, and I'm definitely buying. Then we have Moonboys happening in 2 days. Another ones that are 3D NFTs, and I keep saying the same mantra. I think these are a lot more Metaverse compatible, and there's a lot of things here listed what they're going to be doing: private club access, exclusive merch, space missions. They also have a pretty big community already, if I remember right, and there was a pre-sale already that took place. And yeah, 2 days. But what was the price here? We could actually, this was pretty expensive. Yeah, so this was 0.1 Ethereum, so it's very risky. But especially with that, there's over 11,000 of them. But I think there was something about deflation or something. However, I will look yourself into more into that. And let's go into the very last project here, which is called Chibi Apes. This is probably the cheapest one on the list, 0.025 Ethereum. So a lot more affordable to get into people who want to have a bit of a freer, ride on the Ethereum. But obviously, I recommend everybody doing other chains instead if Ethereum gas fees are too big for you to handle, which is very understandable. And these one also have a decent, roadmap, but the 100% thing here is actually the sandbox integration. So all the Chibi Apes are going to be getting their special voxel character airdropped to them. And when you have like that, we talked about earlier, when you do a sale and you get like a 1 million, whatever it's, let's say it's 500k, you can buy a lot of land on Sandbox with that money, and you can hire developers to do games, and then you get the voxel characters. So that is very exciting for me to have Sandbox compatible NFTs in the future, and that's where I think a lot of the money will be, because I'm really betting on Sandbox kind of being a very, very big game in the future. In the Minecraft genre, I would say it could be in the top 3. Besides, Roblox and Minecraft alongside it. And it could be even bigger than them down the line, because it's the way it's built up will attract so many people from so many different backgrounds, from business, finance, etc. And these arts are pretty nice. So I think for the valuation, not too shabby. But that's my list, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, as always. In case you want to feature your NFTs on the next week's episode, drop an email at lightliger@protonmail.com. Sponsor spots go pretty fast, so make sure you're going to be hitting that email pretty fast if you're interested in getting something out. And obviously, the same rule applies. You can send me free NFTs, and we will take a look at them at the next episode as well. To my, Ethereum address. This is obviously my Binance Smart Chain and Polygon address. So in case you have some art to show and wanted to send it to me, we're going to take a look at it at next week's episode. Thanks for watching. See you soon on the next video. Cheers.